Last night, all night. Welcome. Has everybody finished breakfast and getting ready for dinner? It's time for bed. Let's have lunch. All right? Am I a little coconuts today? I'm not sure. But my friends are certainly coming out with me. All three of them. One just has an eye on me. The other one is standing tall, but he's got the clippers by the ears. And the other one is just Dino the dog. But in all, it's a marijuana plant. But we're all connected to it. If you don't smoke marijuana, you can't go into the other world. You're not supposed to only stay into this world. You're supposed to get stoned and drunk. But you have to have control and you have to see. You have to open up your eyes. I wrote all day and I wrote all day, and then I multiplied 38 by 38 because that's how many numbers there are in the national American roulette instead of the French roulette, which is 37 times 37. But when you multiply, add or whatever, we don't have 37 numbers. We have single digits. Starting from 10 all the way to 36, that would be 27 positions of double digits. When you add them together, it equals 54, the number of the sun. I did a numerological thing today of where nothing passes 5. Absolutely nothing. And it was amazing. If I'm going to pull it out right now and do it, no, I'm not, but I will do it. But I'm trying to get these videos a little faster because Mighty Messer. Can I mention your name? This guy is like right up my. He's good, very good. His best part about him is he doesn't do our videos, and he's basically right to the point. At least I see the point. If you don't see his point, well, you have to start waking up. He's a good way to wake up because he's good with those numbers. He's good. The only little thing I do different is that the minute I mention something, oh my God, what was it? Oh, body bags. What is a body bag? It's a banana. You peel it open. Oh, look who's inside. It's another me. Okay, I'm tired. I'm tired. Take me off. Take my brain out. Put me down to bed. Freeze my brain. Freeze my brain. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it. Okay. 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 Oh, yeah. Get me into the other body. I'm ready to go. What was he wearing? Was he wearing a hat before? He didn't have on these glasses, did he? I'll walk out. I'll tell him I changed it. I became another president. I'm a president and a president. What's your name? My name is JFK. But you just got shot in the car. Oh, don't worry. They moved my mind into the other and I had to go away. I came back to somebody else. But I was able to change my name. I'm another person now. I don't exist, but now I exist in another body. Whoa, I'm coming up for elections again. Which president am I this time? JFK, JB, Barack Obama, JFK, 34th, 43rd presidents. Hot and cold water on both sides of Earth and Mars. There is no other besides 3 and 4. 1 goes inside of 2, 2 hops over 1, and she becomes 2 again. Then we connect 1 wing over here and 1 wing over here. Not me. Comes in the books. All the instructions how to figure out life. Aleph and Bet. First we'll see the Ale, the F, and the Bet. The Phila, the feline, the beast in man. The left beast. L-E-F-T, B-E-A. The left bee, or the beehive, has left. Here's Aleph. It's got a straight line. It's got a yod and a stand. This one is longer than this one because it comes from the upper body, and he's leaning down. Because they're from the other world on this side. See where it starts from now? There's your Aleph. These, this one over here, well, this one here, and we're missing one in here. Oh, it's right there. You see this one here and this one here? They're the same. They're exactly the same. There's no difference. This one here and this one here, they're exactly the same. Once you put a scooter on the bottom, you're bringing them into this world. Somehow this top row has to disappear. But before it does, when we take out the dice and we go into the dice system, let me take them out of the pack. Oh, I buy dice. Comes in a pack. Got cards. Comes in a pack. Saw 3 wolves out the other day. They were in a pack. It was the act of the pack of the tack of the tick. It was the tick of the talk and the tic-tac-toe. I did a thing on tic-tac-toe. In fact, I should bring it on right now before I forget. Or do I do the dice? Is it a zebra or a cow? What are we doing with the dice? 3 and 4? Did you know 4 times 4 is 16, makes 1 and 6, 7? 4 and 4 is 8. 6, 7, and 8. I don't even know what to do. Let's just take 4. So let's see what we can do. 1, 2, 6, 6. So now we have 6 and 2 is 8, and 6 and 1 is 7. That's 15. 6 and 1 is 7. 6 and 1 is 7. 5 and 1 is 6. 5 and 2 is 7. 6 and 2 is 8. 7 on this side. 7 on this side. 6 on this side. 8 on this side. I can actually 12, 13, 14, 15 on this side. 8 and 15. Oh, excuse me. 62. 7 and 8. 3 and 7. Too many numbers for me right now. I just got home from work. What did I do? I was writing all day. I couldn't wait to get home because I was writing all day. But you know what? We're going to switch this up. Before I go to the numbers, I was working on Jack. Here's Jack. Here's his one eye. Here's his other eye. This is the coffee bean in his brain. Jack goes here and Jack goes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15. He's over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15. He's over here. Put him over here. 30, 15, 15. 30 and 15 is 45. Why? Because you got to give him back something. Can't go home with nothing. See the wolf? Where are we in tic-tac-toe today? Oh, Barack Obama? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Did I come up with some good stuff on him? One of the things is when you have 8, 11 in the center, it comes out to 112. This is a roulette combination, and it's also a combination where 8 and 11 is part of the Yum series of numbers, in which Yum backwards says, I love, Mui. We have to remember that out in New Zealand, there are laboratories in New Zealand, and there are laboratories down in the Mediterranean, down in Israel. There are laboratories that are actually doing something to this world. I'm not quite sure what it is. Do I think so? Oh, I have to start thinking. Or do I absolutely know? In numbers, I absolutely know. But if I have no leg to stand on and I take away the numbers, then I don't know crack shit. Jack, Barack, Bugs Bunny, Hoover Dam, Jacques Barack, BHO, Noah. Look at this. We bring Noah into the world and we bust at 22. So the water comes in because we busted it out. Now we're at 44. Does the water bust again when Noah came in? Noah came in at 944 push. 944 and 940. You can both be 942. But I put it 944 because one has to be up, one has to be down. They can't be the same number. 1884 is the first presentation of Noah. After that, it was Moses, 2209 years later. Then it was Jesus, 1551 years later. And then it was a hobo. Somebody holding something on the back of his neck saying, pick me, look, I got a dark skin. That's what America needs. Pick me. 43 times or 44 times later, 44 by 44, 2068 equals 2014. The difference between 2014 and here, because we're finished 2013. This is 2014. When we hit it, it means because it's done. So whichever way you want to look at it, 54 years is the number of the sun. 2020, 2020. 80 of 88 stands for 88. AD, because this is the 5. When you get the 5 dice, you got 2 and 2 on the outside and 1 in the center. There is no 5. It's 4 and it's 1. It's A and it's D. There is no E. There is no W. They don't exist. It's a hole in the center. It's a figment of your imagination. It's the creation of however you are. You become 4 and 1. 5, and you become 6 on top. You become 11. 9, 11, 12, 11. So we have at the end total in years 7,565. Now if we minus or add together, 6 and 5 is 11, 1 and 1 is 2. 8 and 6 is 14, 1 and 4 is 5. 5 and 2 is 7, 7 and 7 is 5. What does this stand for? Earth, 52. Earth's moon, 57. 3 times 19. And icing that's coming. And icing is number 30. To put the icing on the cake, because icing, okay, is number 30 in the short count. Herbert Hoover Dam, 88. The number of the dam is the crestation of 8. Number 3. Crestation of 8 is when you make a crest out of it. It's got an X in it with no support. You put the line this way. You got 1, 2, 3, and you got the Budweiser beer bottle bow tie. Which president put on that bow tie and owned the silver bullet? Because that man has come back. If they crack the dam, or whatever they're going to crack, or whatever is coming in, I can't say nothing, but I've jumped the gun and I've told you a lot of things. Porsche, Ferraris, Cadillacs. 942 is the center, 314 is the pi. AC/DC, 43, 34 presidents. Have you ever seen what 30, 1, and 4? 1 is just the divider. There is no 1. 1 is in between something else, or 1 is not here. Because when 1 goes between something, it creates a D automatically. How do we do that? We do it very simple. We take a 0 over here, and we put 1 in the center, because 1 goes in the center. Now we got 2 Ds. We cracked an egg in half of 44. We have 4, 1, and 4. We created the 9 card. I want to eat a nut. How to solve an equation. Make a lot of boxes. .314 is the first 3 numbers in pi. 14, 14, 14 is the first 3 parts of the Mayan numbers. Part of Titanic. This is the bridge. 0, 0, 0. You take these 2 away, and you have how many zeros in here? You would have to create an I overlapping both sides. This is I, and I. 1, 2, 3. This is what you have when you have a baseball game. This is the grid. 3 H's is 24 outs. 3 I's is 27 outs. We're in the top of the 9th inning. Inning ends. 8.5 innings played. 8 and 5 is right over here. 13. 9 and 4 is 2 sides. 7 and 6 is 2 sides. Just like 1 and 6 and 3 and 4. You put an egg here, you put an egg here, you put an egg here. In the center there's only 1, valued at 15. The 3 of them are 45. Lo Shu, Libra, Saturn, the talisman. Here's a C and here's a C for the creation of the game of 3 innings and 3 innings and 3 innings. Which one will I use? I'm not quite sure. What will I do next? Count from here. 3. Count from here. 3 is 6. There's 7 in between. If I go 6 and I go 6, I have 1. I have 6, 1, and 6. Or 6 and 1 and 3 and 6. And then it wraps over again. 613 laws. 216 hours in a 9-day period. The other 24 hours goes to some other system they call church. So we get 6 days to live. We get 1 day of church, and we get 3 more days. 6, 1, and 3, 6, 1, and 3 in the football scoring, 6, 1, and 3 in days, because 6 is the last day of the week, because the first day of the week and the 6th day of the week are the same days of the week. How do I know? I don't know. Who made these dice? They put one in the center. They put one in the center, not of that, but they put 1 in the center there, they put 1 in the center here, and they put 1 in the center here. 1, 3, and 5, it says ace. Up yours, this is the ace, these are the 2 on the outside. This one's turning, but the closest one inside your hand to get all that information is right over here between the 2. Sometimes you can use the thumb. Then you can clamp it and pinch it. You get a full feel of 2 sides. The thumb helps. This one stops you from going any further because of these buddies on the side. Call them digits. In roulette, like I said, there's 36 numbers. Forget about the zeros. There's 36 total boxes, in which 9 boxes have a single number. And 27 boxes of 2 is 54, plus 9 is 63. Creation of the face. 3, 3, and 3. 18, I and I. H and H, I and I, the reflection of each other. 8 and 6. We don't have 9 because it's 3, it's the operational center. 3, 3, and 3 is your 9. 3, 3, 3. 8 is 8, 8, and 8 for the 24 hours of the moon. Oh, leave go my moon. I want to see where I got to. I was showing you this. Oh, I'm sorry, Tanzania. I don't know. But they're doing something out there, because anything that comes into my head that I say is a reflection of the numbers that I crunch every single day for at least a dozen hours. Well, at least as many hours as I do. 2002, I went to see Mickey Mouse. Times 13 moon, 88. 2002, I went to see Mickey Mouse of the 31 days, 88. 2002, I measured by time. 9 and 4 is 13. 1 and 3 is 4. 404. 808 bicycle cards. 9 by 3 is 27. It's the same number what we were discussing just 2 seconds ago. About number 27. What I was doing in here is 57 is the moon. When you multiply it and add it, it equals to 47 of time. Moon, time. Moon, time comes together. Next year this number comes up. 3 by 19 in the French language. Produce 10, 9, 10, 9, 10, 9. In all actuality, how do you get any lower? 9 and 5. Look on your telephone where 9 and 5 is. 9 plays from the 5 hole, and the 1 ain't there because the 1 is in the center in your heart. 1, 5, and 9 are in 1, and it's a strand of DNA. Why? Because 1 and 4, Aleph, Beit, Gimel, Dalet. Hey, is what the representation is. 3 by 8 is the 24 here. 6 by 4, 3 and 4, Mars, the prism, or Mars, the sandbox. 3 and 4 make 7. 6 and 8 make the spirit of 76, where the payoff on these dice are the 7 and 6. When you pull a 6 on 2 dice, or you pull an 8, you will get paid $7 for every $6 bet. Spirit angel of man, this is Hoover Dam. This is the number. This is the year we're in, time and moon space, and this is the number of Hoover Dam. Same number. 9, 8, and 9, because 1 and 2 created the 3. So we have to use them together. 12, when you add them together, and 11 is number 23, which creates number 11. From the water on one side to the water on the other side, spirit angel of man. Let me go back to this side. When you add this up, it's 109, just like we said. The horses are coming. What does it mean by the horses coming, the headless horsemen? Is it the water that flows through the dam? This is 1551. In the 7 world, it's 6:22:6. 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. to 6 p. to 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. 10 is not 10. 10 is 15. 1 and 5 is 6. So you're actually going 6, 6. Now let's do this again. Let's do this again. Okay. 6:22:6 is the result of 5115. Which 5 and 2 is 7, 5 and 2 is 7, 6 and 1 is 7, 6 and 1 is 7. I put it a little backwards, it doesn't matter. Okay, so what happens now is that if I want to bring this is going to go into that world. Now this will come into the 10 world of 48, 8, 4. This is the Super Bowl, and this says 44, 44. 4 times 8 is 32, 4 plus 8 is 12. It's the same 12 as 9 plus 3, which would be 12. This is the back door in your roulette. Like I said, just in case you missed. You see on the floor over there? You see that on the floor over here, right there? I wish I had my. Just give me a second. Let me get my pointing stick. Let me get my pointing stick. Okay, you see the stick? You see the stick? This here, hey, this here right here in the front, that X in red. This, hey, come on, guys. Hey, come on, I can't, Okay, do you see this right here, this diamond over here? This diamond right here, I'm going to use this diamond right up here. I'm going to keep my stick to the side. Okay, I'll keep it right next to the diamond here. That diamond is 8 and 11. Okay, it connects 5, 8, and 11 through the center. That is the time. Right here is the time. Come on, guys, come on. This here is the time is when the reptilians double their mind. They come back into the world right here and right over here. That's the reason they use the age of 35 and the kickoff is a 35-yard line because of this. In Matrix, you have to represent your number in good as evil. It must repeat down the center. Each one of these boxes are only black letters in roulette, but you see I couldn't put black. Up here, where it connects over here, this top one is 8 and 11 make 19. Okay, that is your man on the moon. And then you come into this box over here, which is number 10 and 23. 10 is the 5 times 2, which makes your body for 10. And then number 13, this would make Michael Jordan's number right here. Over here is the spirit of 76. 7 times 6 and 7 plus 6 is 55. This number over here is 26 and 29 in roulette, in which the one over here on this side over here, this one is 26, this is 29, and this one over here is 28. 28 is the time of the moon, and it goes to 31, the spirit angel of man. 31 and 28 is EIEIO 59. If you sort of followed, if my cat's running all over my stick. The games show us reason. We play the game to have a chance to win money. There are odds. They have created something that exists. Whether the game is a real game or the game is a fake game, the game must have odds that make some sort of sense. It's almost like me saying to you, hold on, let me do this. Let me do this with you. Let me do this. Watch this. You're going to watch me. Okay. Now here it goes. Now, did he have curly hair? Yeah. Did he have gray hair? Yeah. Well, did he have a receding hairline? Yeah. Is it James Madison? No. James Madison had a W on his head. It wasn't like John Adams, who had the Urantia haircut. It wasn't like George Washington, because George Washington and Martha Washington, to me, they're the same. Do you know why? Because he took office on the 30th of April. The 30th of April, for me, okay, is another way of saying Happy Halloween. Like George Washington is all dressed up here, okay? It's like he's not even a male. He's more like some sort of female, okay? So George Washington came in. Was he looking to the right? No, it wasn't James Monroe. Was he looking with a stern look? No, it wasn't John Quincy Adams. Was he looking up? Did he have a long, thin face? No, it wasn't Andrew Jackson. Well, what about Martin Van Buren? Well, he had more of the Urantia cut, and he came in on March 4th. Oh, wow. Wow, March 4th, 29, 45, 55, 60, 64, he came in as a part of the Earth-Mars project. That's the day he came in 1837. That's perfect. That'll make 55. That'll make the spirit of 76 absolutely part of it. Oh, wait a second. Did he have a long nose? No, it wasn't William Harrison. Was he looking to the right? No, it wasn't John Tyler. Was he looking straight up? No, it wasn't J.K. Polk. How about Zachary Taylor? Milford? Fillmore? Franklin Pierce. No, it wasn't Franklin Pierce. Then who was the 43rd President of the United States? Could it have been Abraham Lincoln? Connect your electrical fire to BMO? The hobo? Barack Hussein Obama? Who's saying what? Who's saying what? The barracks are clean. The barracks are clean. Barack has come in to play Blackjack 102. But Blackjack, oh my God, it's tomorrow. On the 16th. The 21st day of this month would be the 325th day of the year. But the 16th day of this month, or the 17th day of this month, is 321. 322, 323 makes a creation of two sides. That's when the space shuttle goes off. 3 times 2, 3 plus 2 equals 11. Do it on the other side, you got another 11. Do it again, and you connect all three sides, and you got 13, 31, 44. The sentiments on the bottom of Hoover Dam? But it's not. Once you open up, the question mark I see in my work is there's a price to be paid for what they are doing. Somehow, by releasing what is in Hoover Dam, they are releasing old souls. A soul, a bone in your body. When your bones crick, it's cricking from the work and whatever you've done in your life. When you don't let the soul die, that energy never goes to heaven. As much as you go to heaven, that energy of you never gets recycled again. It never gets frozen. It becomes pure again. It can be used again. So once your soul is used again, you can reuse your soul. And you can come back into this world. That's what I'm questioning. Was it Andre Johnson? Was it Ulysses Grant? Was it Rutherford B. Hayes, James A. Garfield, Chester Arthur? Was it Grover Cleveland who came here twice? Into office in 85 and 8 years later, back again. Only for a stint of 4 years. So what happened before him? It went 4, 8, 8, 4. 8 times 4, 4 times 8. 44, 44. Grover Cleveland, I don't know how this is possible, but he might be Barack Obama. Somehow. He's got the bow tie on. He's got the polka dot bow tie, so if he's got the polka dot bow tie, maybe he was Pocahontas. Maybe he was James H. Polk. James H. Polk had a big black thing around his neck in his picture. You have to learn, was he wearing a mustache? Was it a big mustache? Was it a small beard? Was it a full beard? Was it a half beard? Was it a male or a female? No, it wasn't Benjamin Harrison. It couldn't have been Grover Cleveland, but Grover Cleveland came back twice. In both pictures, they left him the same. 75, they call him, and 76. That's pretty weird. 75 and 76, they call them both times, but they changed the numbers on everybody else in between. They gave Benjamin Harrison 77, 78, 79. 77, 78, 79. It's a relink. How can I say this? He came in 1888, Benjamin Harris, okay? And that is 125 years ago. 5 times 5 times 5 is the Mayan count, 125 years later. He's from Indiana. Morton Salt was one of the guys who was with him. Levi's, just so perfect that we're repeating the presidents right now. At Grover Cleveland is 22, okay, and 24, which means 22 and 22 is the 44th president, and the number of years 125 line up perfectly to match one of the Mayan numbers, and that's what it's all about, matching the Mayan numbers and part of Torah. That's what they're... Was he wearing a big nose? Was he looking to the left? Was he looking up? Was he looking stern? Was it Herbert Hoover, H&H, 88, 31st president, 13 presidents later, Barack Obama? 1874 to 1964, when Barack Obama was just 3 years old, this man died. How old before they go off and come back in another bodysuit? Franklin D. Roosevelt was almost like saying, hey, I'm Washington, 101, 102, 103. Somehow these numbers connect, and I will find a place. But when Franklin D. Roosevelt comes out of office in 1940, in the 39th session of presidencies, he is one away and in between of Harry S. Truman, connecting to the 40 and 41st position, which is Bally's, Park Place, and Boardwalk and the Mediterranean. What did Harry Truman do? In 1945, just after the war, he stood for a stint of 8 years. This man had to do something because he changed the calendars. Instead of being on March 4th that they come in, it's now April 12th. April 12th, my friends, is the 101st day of the year, 101. What are they talking about? Coming all the way off of Franklin D. Roosevelt, which is something like the new song they just came out was all about Franklin D. Roosevelt. How about Franklin Mint or Franklin the Turtle? You can talk about any Franklin because it doesn't matter. Be frank. Democrats, Republican. When I look at Democrat and Republican, if I was French, it would say to me, right, 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 right. hard right. It says democratic, but for me it says demonic criteria. Republican, public criteria. Democratic, demonic criteria. Droite, to the right. Droite, to the right. But the one that is very special is the one that comes as the 37th president, because that is the end of the cycle of the French roulette. 37. Richard Nixon had to tie affairs up because he becomes number 31. Richard Nixon repeats the 31st president. 7 times 3, 7 plus 3. 7 plus 3 is 10. Okay? Inside the third world, 0 is 15, plus the 3 makes 18. He's the connecting of the railroads. Richard Nixon connected the railroads somewhere. What year was this? Him and Herbert Hoover. They say it's 77 years since Hoover Dam was built. 77, 2006, 1936. 1936, this guy was 23 years old. 1936. 1936. 1936. Oh, I have to go back. 1936, Franklin D. Roosevelt, and back to Harry Truman again. Again, 2 guys who tied the knots together. I don't know what happened to each one of these guys. Eisenhower, I mean, you have to watch some music about these people, okay? You have to look at John F. Kennedy, the way he parted his hair. You have to look the way everybody brushed their hair and parted their hair, whether they had glasses, whether they didn't. Okay, you have to know if they had 1 line, 2 lines on their face, which way, what kind of tie, what kind of jacket they were wearing. Oh yeah, this is not an easy procedure, this one. I mean, because I can tell you right now, in the 44th session, John F. Kennedy shows up in 1960. 1960 is the same as 1975, because 6 plus 15 is 21. This is absolutely perfect for John F. Kennedy and Barack Obama to come together. It's just uncanny. It's just uncanny. It's just uncanny. Jimmy Carter is still around, born in 1924. 24, pharmaceutical heaven. Y, P and H and X both create the number 24, and X factor comes in when Jimmy Carter comes in. He's 39, Nixon is 37. The total is 76. These 2 guys came in to make something happen. Absolutely. January 20th, August 9th, January 20th, he lasted 4 years. He was out on January 20th. It was in his first term. Then there was Ronald Reagan. Poor soul. Came in for 8 years. He also had his hair parted the right way. But he came in for a different reason, because he was the governor of California, and Jimmy Carter was the government of Georgia. Okay, we have to look at all of these things. But when Ronald Reagan was in, George H. Bush, okay, was sitting right next to him. What was he exactly? I have to go all the way to the top. He was the vice president. The other is the previous office. So we definitely have 37, 39. We have number 34 is Dwight Eisenhower. John F. Kennedy says 35. John F. Kennedy was number 34. Barack Obama is number 43. Okay? Different bodies. I can't see the guy gone. I can't see somebody sitting in his car the way he did, nonchalant. I mean, how easy was that pickoff? What a setup this was. Absolutely. Is there anybody that's real? I like to say no one's real at all. I don't want to say anybody's real at all. Okay? Here's W.J.H. Bush. 127, 128, 129. That's the section we're in right now. He came in 1989. It's in 1993. It's 20 years later. 5 times 4 of the sun. It's just so perfect, him and his son. And you can see the way all their faces are coming apart. Barack Obama's face is falling apart. Bill Clinton's falling apart. George H. Bush is falling apart. But mind you, he's 90 years old, you know. But his son is following right in his tracks, and he's only 68. I know a lot of 68-year-old people who look a lot better than that. And his hair is parted to the side where Clinton is brushed back. So I'd have to look up all these things. And Barack Obama, oh no, his teeth look like horses. So it's something to do with the horses. Did you know that? I don't want to say this. I don't want to say this, but some of us Some of us grew the penis of a cat, and others grew the penis of a horse, because we're taken out from animals, of course. Is it me? Or somehow they left out LMNOPQ, Quebec. Is it me, or somehow on the bottom they left out number 26? 1, here's your first 0 as a double digit. 0 and 1 come together. When you put 1 between 0, you get 4 on each side, 1 in the center, 4, 1, and 4. This is number 5. This is number 5. And this is number 5. This is 3 5s. This is 3 5s. This is 1 5. This one, excuse me, is a number 7. I can't forget. Why? Because this dice is the only one that will penetrate both sides. This one will not. This one's going to have a 1 over a 1 and a 5. You won't see this one. You'll just see 5. You'll see this one, you'll see 7. You'll see 5 here. Over here, 1 and 3, you won't see this one. All you'll see is 3. This one, you'll see all 3 of them. This one, you'll only see 1. This one over here, 1 and 7, equals to 8. This is a totality of 2 dice, or 3 different worlds of 5, 5, and 5. 6, 5, and 6. 6, 7, 6, 6, 8, 6, I've seen so many times, and that's the exact amount of money you get when you get a 500, a 100, a 50, a 20, a 10, a 5, and a 1 in Monopoly. The 1 in Roman numerals is actually the I-9 because there's a cap on the top. 47 is time, times 6 because of the 6th world, time heaven, T-E-M. Met, gas metropolitan, 20, English, 8 moons. 282, 47 times, plus 6, the minimum number, 288. 288, 6 times 8 is 48. Times 6 is 288. 288 times 1.25 equals 360 degrees around. The 1.25 is the distance in between the 2 sides of the roulette table that we automatically tag on to our life and time. We lose reality time. They have pushed our life to go faster than it is. If they say the dog's life is 7 to 1, well, man's life is 7 to 1 also. If they put back time to man's mind the way man's mind works, once you keep your mind working, you don't grow old. You can live till 300 years old for sure. At least 300 years old, if not 540 years old. 1.5 of everything is split. The O equals 15, the water equals 15. Why? Because the water makes both sides work for 1. 3 creation and 3 creation, 1.5 comes to the center, I become 3. They both become 9 as birth. I become their 18, plus my own 9 is 27. I am everything they are and more. I am 1.5 of everything. 0 is the 15th letter. 1 and 5, 1.5. 1 and 5 is 6. 4 and 2 is 6. 3 and 3 is 6. Ways to dice in different games. Sick boat. The odds in a game you use 3 dice. Somehow that one fell on the floor. The other part I didn't show you before, when we came over here to Noah and all the births of everybody, and I'm off by, how many years am I off by? 279 years I'm off by. But it doesn't matter. 7 times 9 is 63. Times 2 times 80. Oh, let me go 2 times 7 is 14. That's the cross on man's back. 9 times 7 is 63. It's the creation of man's face. 14 times 9 is 90 and 36 is 126. That's the dog's house. That's where we are. 1, 2, and 6. 1, 2, and 6. 1, 2, and 6. 2 and 6, 2 and 6. 2 and 6, 2 and 6. 9 and 4. This is 9 and 4 is the same thing. The 4 is lost. All you get to see is the 9. What does the 9 become? 4, 1, and 4. The 9 card. Because the 4 is the 4 corners of the 9 card, and you lose it in the cards of 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The 4 is lost. But it's not lost in the 4, and it's not lost in the 5, but it's lost in the 6. The 5 doubles it up. The 4 is the first time it exists. In the 5, it's the first time it exists. That's right. In the 4 and in the 5 is the first time 4 exists. But in the 6 card, the 6 exists. In the 7 card, the 4 exists in the 6 in that card. here's the 5, okay? Here's the 5, and this 4 exists inside of here, whether I do it this way or this way, and the 4 is what it exists of, and it's inside the 5. But at the first time it shows up, before anything is created, it shows up here, then here, then here, then here, then here, then here. You can do this 1 time, you can do this 2 times, you can do this 3 times, you can do this 4 times, 5. Back to the beginning, 5 times 2 is 10, 5 plus 2 is 7, number 17. What you do now is put 20 down. 20 equals 2 plus 15, because the 0 equals 15 is 17 again. Then you have the 2 times the 15 value is 30. I want to show you this, because here's another way to get the number for time. It's a 10-10 world. We have a $20 bill that doesn't exist. The only way for it to exist is like this. Okay? When we have 5 times 2 equals 10, 5 plus 2 equals 7. This number over here is 15. 1 times 15, 1 plus 15 equals 16. This one equals 7. We have number 23. Okay? The next way to do this, okay, I'm going to show it over here, is we have 20, because it's 10-10 world that I was showing you before. This 20, you create it from 1. We will split this up. And the way we split this up is 2 plus the 15, which is the 0, equals 15. 2 plus 15, 512 memory, and this goes inside of here. This goes in the center, in the water, because this has to come into a 3 world. The 2 sides will come together and jump in the center into roulette. This equals 17. Then it's 2 times 15 equals 30. The total is 47. That's the number at time. This is AC/DC, and this is what we're at right now. This is the Einstein theory of 1776, and where 7 times 4 equals 28 days, and every single month of the year, 28 days every single month of the year, times 10 is 280, plus 8 is your 288. The year is over. Now when we want to go is because I got 30 over here, now I'm going to have to go, instead of adding it to this yet, I'm going to go 30, 3 plus 15 equals 18. 3 times 15 is 45. The total is 63. The creation of Eisenhower. Number 36, President of the United States, which is actually the 35th President of the United States. 63 and 47, if you take them both ways, equals to 110 of the stories of the Twin Towers. When you take 63 from this number, okay, which was over here, 2 times 15, 2 plus 15, then we did it over here, which was 30, and we added this again to 63, plus 17 equals to 80. Now where do we do with the 0 at 80? Well, this is 40 and 40. It's 4 20s. This one becomes 4 20s, 20, 20, 20, 20. Why? It becomes across, 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 and across, and then we join all the worlds to create one world in one star. That's the key we have. So when we do that, each of these, okay, are 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8. Their average center is 2. 2, 2, 2, 2, onto 80 equals 88. Which would actually be a 288 cycle, because when what you do for 88, it's on 2 sides, right? 2 times 88 is 176. And if you take a look, you have this automatically created. I made 4 X's. And out of my 4 X's, what happens? A box comes out of the 4 X's. Automatically is EXO. This stands for 13, 13, 13. Anyways, let me go back. Moses and everybody was born. Here's the time in Noah. 942 is the average. 314, which is the first part of pi. 3 times 14 is 42. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 4 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. We end up with 43. It's 42 and 43. Where do we get 157 from? 314 and a half is 157. This is the year we are in right now. 7 times 5 is 35. This is also a reflection. 35. 3 and 7 is 10. 5 and 5 is 10. This is a reflection. Another thing I wanted to show you is I'm going to mark 3 numbers down. 6, 1, and 5. Okay? These numbers are in the center of this right over here. How come I can't see? Where's my light? See? This right over here. If you want to know about this, here's the cross where I was telling you the two worlds, right? Because the two worlds in between the other worlds. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 4 is 3. 3 times 6 is 9. 3 times 7 is 3. 3, 6, 9, 3. This is also Hoover Dam. What did I do? Well, in between here you don't see anything, but the distance between 7 and 5 and 1. You see it makes 1/2 of the x. If you hit the 4, it would make the letter E. 1, 5, 7 plus 5, 4 makes the letter E. You have the electronics. Now you connect this side up. It's the same thing as putting this over here. Or putting it this way. Or putting it this way. This is how you set it up. Now, this one, this lower one here, and that upper one there connect each other. This is number which, and this is number which. This is how they connect. So we're back over here. We got 157. What is 157? Well, 57 is the number to the moon. 57 is the number to Ison. This number over here is the number to this thing over here. And this is the Mayans. This is the Mayans. 10, 11, 12, 13, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 and 10, 3 and 11, 12 and 2. We live right here. Man lives on top of the cross because the cross in Rubik's Cube is right over here. Where's my Rubik's Cube? Ruby red. Here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 9, okay, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You have to go into the middle. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 9, 10 on the side, 11, 12, 13. But I don't do it that way. I go backwards and go 9, 10, 11, 12, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, because I already did this on this side. I'm not going to count it twice. You understand? It's just like me going 3, 6, 9, 12. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Why? Because this has 2 stickers and this one has 3 stickers. Oh, that's the rules. What do you want me to do? Break the rules? No, I don't break the rules. So now we're going to continue on in this. 5771, the year we're going into. Not only the year we're going into, but 1667, which is Lovejoy. Okay? 333 is what brings us into Lovejoy. We're going to go on to 1776. Okay? We can always put this, with this here, this is actually 6, 6, and 6, because the only way to get 7 on this dice is with that 1, and the only time it shows up is there. Because if I put any other dice down, those 2 corners of 3 will show up here and here. And this is the opposite side. The same thing with the 4 dice. The 4 doubles in 2 corners. The 5. If you have a 5, the 2. You see the way the 2 corners are covered? This only becomes 5 and 2 corners are doubled. This would be double 2s. So you have 6, 1, and 5, right? See that 6, 1, and 5? The center of this is 1, 5, and 9. Okay, you sure the center is this 1, 5, and 9, right? Okay. Now what did I just showed you? What number is this? 5, 1, 9. You sure? What did you tell me? What was the number? 6, 1, and 5. This is the number of the 7 dwarfs. This is the number of the name 7 and of the dwarfs, and number 56, which is 2 moons. 2 moons stand for Beta Queen. Okay, 6 times 15 equals to 90. 90. 9 plus 18 plus 27 plus 36 equals to 90, and that you will find on the roulette wheel that makes the whole creation of this world. 1776, and we go backwards because we're downstairs. We got 7. 7 and 7 is 14. 1 and 4 is 5. 7 and 7 is 14. 1 and 4 is 5. Why? Because here's your 1, and here's your 4, and all it creates is that dice over there. So that's why you say 7 and 7 create your 5. Because once you have 7 and 7, you have two sides. You see this? 4 and 3 is 7, 2 and 5. 5 and 2, 4 and 3. 7 and 7, here's your up and down 7. These will all create 5s. The other one will create 14. 6 and 1, 1 and 6. So you have 4 sides of 5 equals to 20. 2 sides of 6 and 6, 12 plus 1 and 1, 2012, 2013, 2014. What do you want to do? It's all on one dice. It even shows up. It even shows up when you make this. This. 10,000, 10,000, 5,000, 25,000. This is the Mayan number, 25,625. Do you want to count this again? This is what the Magen David says. 10 and 10 is 20. 20 and 5 is a different world. You go 5 yards, you go 5 yards, you're playing football, you now have 10 yards, but you had to go 5 to make it 10. I counted them all on my one finger, one hand. I made 5 left, I made 5 right, I made a total of 10. 10 and 10 is the year of 2000. Now we have the cat with this over here, and the cat with this over here. Now this cat is the beta world, okay, which automatically 5 counts for 7. Why? Because the center over here, okay, of the stop sign is automatically 7 plus 5 plus the connection. 2013 again. That's what the Magen David star shows you. Now we're going to be moving over Porsche, Ferrari, Cadillac, Mercedes. Cars, boats, tools. Tools in your tool shed, 1/4 of an inch, 1/8 of an inch, 1/2 of an inch. The metric system. Why the metric system came in, and it was so perfect. What size would you like? Give me a 12, give me 11, give me a 10. It was just so perfect. It wasn't a 3/4, it wasn't a half. Did you say a half or 3/4? Some of the tools, they don't make. They do not make a 6/8. You are the 6/8. The 6/8, that they don't make the 6/8, and the reason they don't make the 6/8, because it's 3/4. I got 3/4 in my pocket. You don't want 4/4, because 4/4 will get you $1. Then they'll give you 1 coin before you had 3 coins. Sometimes it's better to have 1 coin than 3 coins. The coin flip, the coin flop. The coin of the Hebrew coins, the reason for the coin is the coin in the center of the field of the coin of the moon that turns around of the entry. Did you see the moon today? Oh, I wish somebody would watch my video today. Go look at that moon. That moon is just preparing to do all kinds of stuff. So we're going to go back into the book, okay, where we got Jesus, born. 47 times 33 equals the time of Christ. 88 in French is the letters Q, V, and H. Those letters add up to 47. We added up over here in the 20 world, where it says 20 and 15. You see the end date? There's your egg. 20 and 15. 20 and 17 is when you start over. 20 and 18 when you come back into life. So you have to go back. You have to go back to 10. So 10 says 2016. That is the end. That is when it began. 2016 is when this began. 6 and 1. 2015, 2014 is the electronics when they were set up. 4 and 1. But 2013, it's all about this, my friends. 11 times 11 times 11. And the answer's over here. There is no 10. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 3 is in the middle. This is a wing. Okay? This is a wing. Let's play the piano. Your wings have to come in. See the way your wing will go underneath in piano? You can't put your piano out here. How can you touch a piano out there? You got to touch it here. Unless you're doing this. Because you'll be touching the other keys. What you could do and what you can't do. 13 moons, 31 moons, 5775 plus 2013, 7488. 88, this is Jesus, this is Herbert Hoover. The difference is the cross on their back. 7488 from 7286 is exactly 202 years. 202 years. Low vision. You see inside over here? I did the same design today. Barack Obama is the spade. He's the jack of spades. That's what it looks like. I've got all kinds of decks, but I don't have any with something that I want on it. I want it to say 808. I need it to say 808 because on the bicycle playing cards it says 808. Why is it 808? Because it's actually 16 in the center, 8 on the left, 4 on the left, 4 on the right, 16 in the center. 44, 44th President, 44, 44, Herbert Hoover, Hoover Dam, Jesus Christ. The sediments at the bottom, 7 times 4, the Einstein theory. The ages, right now, of the 2 presidents that have not come in, 8 and 9, 17, 1 and 7 is 8. 0 equals 1/4. 1/4 of 8 is 2. We have the distance. I know it's confusing right now. The distance of this is 202. 202 times 4 is 808. This is the moon. M 13, 15, 15, 14, 6, 6, 4, 6, 6, 5. 4 times 6. 6 times 6, excuse me, let me do it this way. 6 times 4 is 24. 6 times 4 is 24. You got 48. 48, 4 times 8, 4 plus 8 equals 12 and 32, which is the backdoor entry into this world. Another thing I wanted to show you that I didn't finish. You see the keyhole? For those of you who are asking what the keyhole is, it's a choo-choo train. Have you ever seen the short mustache? You see the short mustache over here? He's waving off in the front of the tracks. He's cleaning the tracks of 1, 2, 3. There's your keyhole. You should have 1, you should have 2. They turn around. This is the tracks. Every time you have 9 numbers, you get a new one. And you always overlap the last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. That's all the numbers. 11, 6, 13, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, 11. That's all. 11. This over here adds up to 19, and then you add this one, and then this one, like the B. 2 different sides, 19, 19. You add up this one over here, 17, which is 8, 17, which is 8, 88. 109, 88. Now let's do them all together. 11, 6, 19, this is 25, 20, 11, 25, 7. This is number 2. The number 1 went to the 7th gate in the piano, and then the 2 went to the 7th gate in the piano, and it came out with 1/4 of something. 2 parts of what it takes to come into life, and here's the whole part. Your 9 is your birth of the 8 and 8, the 2 worlds of 8, because you live in whole. You don't live in part, you live in whole. So this would be 25, this would be 2, 25, and 7. 2 times 25, because it's on the angle, equals your 50. 50 times 7 by 25 is 175, is 225. 15 times 15 equals 225, which equals moon. O and O equals 15. The 2 O's of the moon are 15. Now, why 2 O's? Because Mars is the connection of our moon. Mars has something big time to do with our moons. Now we're going to do it where we add them all up. 11 and 6 is 17, 27, 36, 42, 50, 59, 67. Stands for water. Okay? There's a lot of things to do right now. 13 over here, that's the letter M. It's also the letter D because 1 and 3 is 4. It creates. 13 creates 17. 11 will recreate 13. Why? Because 11 plus 2 is 13. It ends up as 2 and 7, 72, 27 is we're all working out of Jupiter. Yes, in Jupiter. Somehow the planet Pluto is inside of Jupiter, or just outside of Jupiter as one of the moons. It's almost like there's only 2 planets that really exist. One is Jupiter, and the other one is Saturn. We run off of them. When I say 141, it's because Saturn gets the number 4, and Mars will get the number 4. No. Jupiter and Saturn are both the pigs. They're both inside this, whatever we're built right now of what we're doing. So anyways, this was all these numbers. There's a lot more numbers to do. Here's low shoe. When you recalculate low shoe because of the destination area, 4 and 1, 4 and 1 goes 5. This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The area they're in plus the number recreate. Look at this one over here, 7, 1, 4. Comes back to the center, the Einstein theory, 1, 2, and 9. Why? Because 2 comes to 7 and creates 9, well, the only one that creates 7 right here is 9 over here, and only 6 and 1 can create 7. 5 and 2 will create 7. 5 and 1 will create 6. 9 and 4 will create 13. 1 and 3 is 4. So these numbers come back to each other. The low shoe numbers all add up to 15. No matter which way you go, it's 15. But 3 in a row is 45. Then the corner is 15. Then 3 in a row, which would be 6, 7, 13, 15, 1, 6, 9, 15, 15, 15, 15. So you get 45, 15, 45, 15, 45, 15. And on the low shoe diagram, if you look up Libra Talisman Saturn or something, Saturn Talisman or something, low shoe, and this is what you end up getting, 6, 9, and 6. The representation of this number 6, okay, comes out of number 5. 2, 5, and 8 create 6. Why? Because you must multiply your numbers by 3. In this scenario, I multiply 2 by 3 is 6. 5 by 3 is 15. 1 and 5 is 6. 8 by 3 is 24. 2, 5, and 8. 3 times 2 is 6F. 3 times 5 is 15 O. 3 times 8 is 24X. FOX. You now have 24, 6, 15, 6, and 6 is 6. This one is actually removed, and we play from the higher level, of which confuses everybody. We end up calling this finger the higher level. Instead of calling it our first hand, we go 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is the area we work, but it's highly impossible to go 10 because this is a double digit. So I like to work from 1 and up, or we can work all double digits. So 2, 5, and 8, up 3, 3, and 3. This one will be 27, and this will be 40, and this will be 80, and this one will be 107. Since this is number 15, make it number 6, it becomes 167. 7 and 6 is 13, 1 is 14. 42 equals to 56, and it equals to 2 moons. Now, what do I do with this? I played around. I forgot to recalculate this. This will be either 88 because of the 6th world. Because they're all 6s, this one 0 will be an 8. When you have all 8s, it'll be a 6. But anyways, this is number 15, like I said before. We're going to have 8 and 15 is number 23. So 80 becomes 23, and 27 becomes 27 equals 50. This is the house of dog and cat, and it's right here on our keyboard. Dog and cat. So I know this part was a little confusing. Now, since we're at 50, okay, this is 1 out. This is the game is over. Okay, this is the 9th inning. 3 outs times 9 is 27. But in the 9th inning, there's 1 more out to go. There's 23. Excuse me. This is wrong. This cannot happen. In baseball, this cannot happen. This cannot happen. 27 can happen, but there has to be 24 over here. So something is either wrong, or what do I have to do? When you have 2 and 3, you have 1. 1 comes automatically. 1, 2, 3 times 43 times 47 equals to the time and year we're in. 47 times 1, 2, 3 will be 57, 81. Earth and Venus. 47 times 1, 2, 3. But anyways, let's count the 50 the way it was. Okay? 0 equals to 15. 5 and 15 is 20. Now 20 is still a 0. So 0 is 15. It'll equal to 17. And 1 and 7 equals to 8. So this 8 becomes 88. Just like I said at the beginning, it works out. But this is the passage. Once you have the passage, you have the cross on your back. It automatically is number 14. That would be 64. And number 64, 6 times 4, 6 plus 4 equals 34, which is the prism of the sand trap of Mars in man's head. Anybody want any eggs? You want 4 eggs? You got 4 eggs. You want just an omelet? You'll put together an omelet. Operations, okay, of 4, 5, and 6. 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, and 9, 4, 5, and 6. This is the way I should be operating. It creates H and I. At the same thing, you have a C in between. The C or the seed. And this seed is a Hebrew letter. this seed over here. You become C-H-I. C-H-I-L. And they're all D's. Why are they all D's? Because you got to close them off. You got to bring them all together. So they're all D's. It's time heaven, T and H. The gold is in 15. Why? 4, 5, and 6 equals 15. Letter O. In this letter over here, 3, 6, and 9, ESP, Earth, Saturn, and Pluto, is 18. Rothschild. I know I manipulated this one a lot. I made it go a lot quicker. I also redid this on the other page. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 8. I don't know how I got 6 over there, but it's a good thing I saw. But we're not going to redo it. I'm looking for another piece. This. Do you see this over here? Same thing. This is the turkey. This is what the design came out to at the end. The turkey with some kind of bat in front of it. This, are you in the army or not? These are the cycles of the numbers. See, it shows number 1 and number 1 because 1 is at the top of the rapid, 1 is at the bottom. Here, all it is tic-tac-toe with the diamond in the center, and each one of these are even worlds. They each equal to 20. 20, 40, 60, 80, plus 2 and 2 is 24. 2 and 2 is 24. 24 and 24 is 48. 24 and 24 is 48 is 96. Or they're 22s because you're only going to use either this line or this line. So you use it as 22, 22, 22, 22, 88. Here's V, but because I put the line through it, V became an A. The angel became a life because you connected his life. This over here, okay, is the same thing as this over here. But the all reality is, you see 1, 3, 7, and 9? This is what it is over here. I took the 5, and over here, 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 and here are other numbers that nobody sees. So I took them and I put them here, then I opened them up over here. 4, 3, 5, 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. That's your telephone. I know we did that quick. Rubik's Cube, all 3s. This, okay, is either that fish that we're always waiting for. Okay, you remember the fish with the tail and the fins? I don't remember which one it was. How about this over here? See the spade? See the 2 sides, the way she opens up? If you take a good look at it, it's an E, and it's an E. It's right over here. E one way, E the other way. Electronic world. You connect up. You see the way we came around to the dot? Hold on a second. See the way I came around to the dot? I got to put that in there, but it's a little too small. See the way the chicken head came out? See the beak and the 2 eyes? You see this one over here? See the fox in between the center? There's a fish on each side. Here's the electronic world. Here's the electronic world. I call it the fantail. Here's half of it. This will create the mug and David. And this, where does this come? Well, you see these numbers over here? You see these numbers over here? Well, here's 1 and here's 6. So I have to go from 1 all the way up here, and here's my 6. So I'll do this and then this. And then 7 and 6. I'll go this and then this. And once you start recreating what comes off the dice, you start getting your pictures. You remember Pac-Man? 3 different worlds? These are the Pac-Men. These are the 3 badges you get. You get a badge on the left, a badge on the right, the cracked eggs. The NHL hockey logo, what it does. This is off of the logo from this. This and that. I did it better yesterday. The Los Angeles Kings crown. You must look at the Los Angeles Kings crown. Clam land over Merry land and over. Clam bar clam bar, bar, a rack of ribs, whose sane ear, is water, ear, this says water, ring, a water of a ball, Alabama, Aramabama, Bama, Dama, Ama, Alabama, Alabama, clam, barak, Jack is back. Jack is back is black. Blackjack is 21, busted 22. Grover Cleveland, Barack Obama, keep talking and telling me that's who they are. 36 lines, because I can't explain this. This is when you want to wrap something around you like a belt. Okay, you measure your hips from here to here, but you have to measure around, and then there's the round of the sides. Okay, here's the razor blades. This becomes the Magen David, and there's different ways of creating these. If you just take the center, I have everything done. Now all I want to do is connect this one to this one to this one, and that's it. Now I got this world into that world. See the 5 world and the 5 world into this. I put this on the other side, and now we've connected other worlds. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but I know it works 100%. The rooster, how the rooster thinks and why she crows. The reason for 7 Up, we're not going to go in that. I'm just going through a lot of pages. I want to see A and U. How can you make A and U? A and O, A and I, A and E. How can you get this number? Well, the V letter equals 22 total, so A and U equals V, because it's the universal life angel. U means to come around. If there's one U, there's got to be 2 U's, because it's got to come around and come back to you. 3 and 30 equals 3 plus 0 equals 18. Equals 3 times 15 equals 45, plus 18 equals 63. Creation of man. 63, 36, 12, 12, 12, and 63 is the representation of 11. This is the way you go around your belt. You put one out that way, one out this way, and you don't count this one way to calculate your waist. This is the roulette wheel. You must have 2 of them for the 2 eyes that you have. I can't explain it to you. I do know how it works. And this, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 49 stars, and then this star over here repeats. 50 stars. This is the way it should be. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1. This is all, when I get this down right, this will tell you something about the flag of 50 stars. This is the way it should be. This is the roulette table. These are all the ribs. This will set you up on the football field and tell you what the football field should be. When you set this up, as the chutes to Hoover Dam, if you want, you can see the K's on the outside, but it's a butterfly lock for the chutes to open and close the valves. What does it spell? C-H-I-C-O, Chico. I'm trying to see what else there is. There's an inlet. This is the cap. When you want to funnel something in, take a look at the cards, because the top of the cards, okay, the top of the cards, you see the top of the cards, the way they're pushed out? See the way they show the eggs on the inside? They join this world to this world, this world to this world, and then he joins his cat. You see the way he's running the cylinder? This is 8. Okay? 8. He runs 2 worlds. This club runs 2 worlds. The spade, you can see, only runs 1 world. You see? Excuse me, hold on, let me see. This runs 3 worlds. Okay, this way. Okay, you can see that it shows a diamond in between each one. So although you have 2, it's 6. It's 6, 8, 10. It's a total of 12. This one runs 4, 4, and 4. This one, over the neck, I'm not really sure. I'm not too fluent with these yet. I'm still working on them, but you can see the flowers. Flowers are communication. This is something to do with the water. See the way you throw a rock in a pond, and this is what happens. See, this is the fish. Do you see the fish? The two eyes in the mouth of the fish? So I know it's water. And then here is the fleur-de-lis. Why? Because it's menacing this side, it's menacing that side, and this becomes the fleur-de-lis. I'm just trying to see. Here's the aleph letter. Okay, it looks more like a clam. Why? Because these are the legs, the supporting leg to stand on, and this is the wing. This is the aleph letter. I know I'm not saying very much right now. Oh, here's another thing. When you want to connect both sides, okay, we cannot go straight through the 5 with a line because there's no line in between the line. So you go up, you go down, you go up, you go down, you go up. It creates 7 on one side and 7 on the other side. On one side it's 7 up, the other side it's 7 down. 7 down they call what? 8. See the way you see this diamond in the center here? The diamond makes an 8. The diamond makes an 8 on both sides. See the peg diamond? Jupiter, Saturn that run everything. Famous people, tools, letters, numbers, elements, casino games, battleship, famous people. What are they wearing? The seal to close, the reliable, the calculator, the telephone, Rubik's Cube, the face, the pool table, the questions, dictionaries, reptilians and clones. And now I'm into something, I'm going to stop and do this later, but somehow, okay, somehow, we're not here. We're not here. This, the Romans. Was English here first or were the Romans here first? Because if the Romans were here first, we have to look back at these. Milk, creamer. Then when we connect, from here, we go on the line, but when we want to connect on this one, see what it makes us do? It makes us split on each side. That means the one spirit is on this angle over here and this angle over here. It's not in the middle unless you can recreate it in the middle by finding the middle, by dragging a line right through. But you can't drag a line right through because there's already a line. So we split it to both sides, one below and one above. These two are on one side, these two are on the other side. Battleship Galactica. Galact, act, tic-tac, tic-tac-toe, tack, toe, toe, tomorrow, today, towing, two, tic-tac-toe, 2 toes. Sexuality. Somehow in the system of sexuality, they want your genes to mix, yet they make us put on condoms because they don't let the spirit mix. The more you wear a condom, the more your sexual thing inside your head is gonna go against you because it wants the sexual act. It needs the sexual act for its stimulation inside the brain, and then we end up being sick because that's what they do to us. Pushing us into something, pushing the mind where it doesn't want to be. All the important people, places, animals, moons, planets, constellations, stars. All I want to do is set up a skeleton system and the Tappan Zee Bridge, Abraham. The zoo, from Ham to zoos. Madam X. I'm just looking around. I'm looking around Kennedy Park. Jacqueline, Janet and Chrissy and Jacqueline. Three's Company. Had to do. The turkey has a flan tail. Why does it have a flan tail? Because man is a minimum of 3. When they say you're 3, 3, and 3, it's because every president is 3 times himself inside his own life, and he's always one more president than it is. Bob is Robert, it's Bert and Ernie. When we draw this, you see the 5, you see the 3, you see the 2. 151, 131, 121. And I, 159, 139, 129. But it's a T. So now when you turn it around, you start saying it a different way. I'm just going through it really quick. T-I-I-C-I-I. Tic-tac-toe. Here. Another way to draw tic-tac-toe. And then when you come to the top part, you got your I inside your head. Your H will connect the 2 sides, will connect the 2 sides of your I. Or you connect it right inside of here. And you live inside of here. These are your hips. So T would be 20. 9 and 9, 2018. C and C, 27. 2018, 2028, 2038, 2045, 2056, 2067, 2077, 2087 is 107. 107 is 5 times 2, and 5 plus 2 equals to your 17. This, see, the ending is not so good. 492, 4 was first, now 4 is last. 9 is first, now 9 is last. 2 is first, now 2 is last. You keep doing this, and then you connect. You connect your numbers again. But the reality way of doing this is taking 3 numbers, T-I-C, okay? You can't do it because they come. If you only have 3 letters, you have to turn it this way and do it this way. If you have 4, you can run it this way. If you have 5, you can run it this way. If you have 6, but if you have 6, everything's going to stay in formation. If you have 6, it stays in formation. This, okay, is, okay, that's it, that's it. The bow tie, connection, the nail in the coffin, the clue. C, L, and U. Anyways, whatever it is, let's end it right here. I've done too much. You've seen the difference between sativa and the regular marijuana leaf, whatever you want to call it. Indica relieves body pain, muscle relaxants, and spasm. Energetic energizes you. Indica. Indica and sativa. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching.